A rich girl steps outside her house and sees a woman sitting there. The girl says, "We don't allow anyone to sit in front of our gate, and we don't let anyone get drenched either. Leave this place immediately." The woman says, "This is my son's house. I'm not a beggar. I've just come to meet my son." The girl says, "Oh, so this is your son's house?" The woman replies, "Yes, this is my son's house. He lives right here." The girl says, "Do you think I'm a fool?" The woman says, "Just call my son and tell him his mother is here." The girl says, "I know you're lying. Get out of here now." The woman says, "I am his mother. Just call him once." The girl says, "I know people like you very well. You sneak into houses and steal things. You better leave quietly. It will be better for you." The woman says, "I really am his mother. Call him. He will recognize me." The girl says, "If he were here, he would have pushed you out himself. It's better for you to leave." The woman says, "Please call him just once. I've come from very far just to see my son." The girl says, "Are you leaving or should I call the police?" Then the woman picks up her plastic bag and starts to leave, feeling very sad. As she's walking on the road, a car arrives from behind and stops. A young man gets out. The woman sees him and becomes happy. Then the mother and son happily hug each other. The son says, "Why didn't you tell me you were coming?" The mother says, "I came to your house, but a girl chased me away from there." The son says, "That's my wife." The mother says, "Which wife?" The son says, "The one I told you about, the one I wanted to marry." The mother says, "But she is a very rude girl. She kept calling me useless and threw me out." The son says, "She is actually a good girl, but you must have had a misunderstanding. Come home with me and we'll talk." Then the mother and son both get into the car and go home. Then the young man goes inside the house and calls out for his wife. The girl arrives there. When the girl sees the woman, she realizes that she really is her mother-in-law. The young man says to his wife, "You were rude to my mother." The girl says, "How was I to know? She was sitting outside the house. I thought she was a beggar. It's your fault." The young man says, "What is my fault?" The girl says, "Look at your mother's condition, wearing such torn and old clothes. Who would have thought she is your mother?" Then the woman says, "The clothes I am wearing are fine for me, but you live in a big house, and I am also older than you. You shouldn't have been rude to me and mistaken me for a beggar and driven me away." The girl says to the woman, "I didn't know. Actually, many people like that come here, then sneak into houses and steal things. I am ashamed of my mistake. Please forgive me." Then the woman says, "It's not entirely your fault either, but these days the times are like this. Okay, since you have apologized for your mistake, I forgive you." The son says to his mother, "If you were coming, you should have called me. I would have picked you up from home in my car." The mother says, "I called you several times, but you didn't answer, and you didn't call back either. I felt like coming to see you in person." Then the son says, "Mom, your calls do come through, but I forget about them later. This is a big mistake I make. Please forgive me just this once. This will never happen again, and I will call you too." The mother says, "A mother never stays angry with her son, and seeing you, I wasn't angry anyway." Then the young man says to his wife, "Make something to eat." Then the mother and son both sit together happily. This compassionate son deserves a like, who apologized to his mother for his mistake and asked her to stay in his house.